Hello, my wonderful learners. This is going to be the abbreviated version of adding sprites to a scene. So what I want you guys to be able to do is to add, so this white space here, this is our scene. Right now there's only one sprite in it. There's the cat. That's the default. We can click and drag him to move him around. I'm going to click this garbage can to get rid of him. And to add sprites to our scene, we can click this choose a sprite button. There's 4 options. We could choose a sprite with this magnifying glass. Clicking this lets us search through all of Scratch's default sprites. There's all kinds of them. Maybe I'll add in a griffin, and I'll use choose a sprite, and maybe I'll add in a dragon. We could also paint. So maybe I want to paint a crown for my dragon. I want to create a new sprite. I can paint it. We have tools very similar to our vector graphics designs because this is a vector graphics drawing tool. We could also click convert to bitmap to draw bitmapped images, raster images. But I think in general, you should stick to vector. I think it's much better in general, and you will see that more and more throughout the year. So I'm only going to be using vector images as much as I can. I'm going to try to stick to vector images as much as possible. So maybe I want to draw a little crown for my dragon. I can grab this paintbrush, make it gold, draw a little crown shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then use this bucket and fill it in. Maybe my crown can have some little gems on it. And we can fill those in. And now I have a little crown for my dragon. And it's actually a really big crown right now. So let's look at the other ways to add sprites, and then we will fix this crown up and make it smaller. We could also add sprites by using the surprise button. This will give us a random sprite. That's a cute one. I think I'll keep him. And this girl can be a little, trying to stop a fight between a dragon and a griffin maybe. Little symbol of peace. And we could do one more tool. We can upload a sprite. So I can upload any image from my computer. So I'll just grab the only one I have. And that's how we add sprites to our Scratch scene. But this is kind of a mess, so let's look at how to move them around a little bit. As you might have noticed, we can click and drag to move our sprites around. We could just click them and drag them around. We can change their size. So this crown is a little too big. I can go into its size and maybe set it from 100. That's 100% of its size. That's full sized. To 10. Now it's 10% of its size. So now my dragon has a little crown. I think that worked well. I could keep this little dove thing up here. I think I like that. I think I'll switch this griffin. So I want to rotate this griffin. So let's make him face. That didn't seem to work. So rotating him didn't work. Maybe there's a way to mirror him. There we go. We have our griffin mirrored. He's now facing the dragon. And that was in this direction tool. Lets us mirror our griffin, lets him face the opposite direction. And it lets us rotate our griffin, lets him spin him around. Kind of similar to rotation tools in Tinkercad. So we'll have this goalie trying to stop the fight between the king dragon and the griffin, and they'll be standing on Aizawa's head for whatever reason. I don't know. It was the only picture I had. And that's how we add sprites to Scratch. Hopefully you guys are able to add sprites, move them around, resize them, and make a cute little scene for me. That is the work that's due today. Hopefully you guys are able to do that. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email. Thank you all, and I will see you soon.